Welcome back. We got some more weekly challenges. We got reach floor 3 of Tower of Rage, beat any hard difficulty tower in ring 1, beat the steeple of Pumpkin Paling Halloween of 2020, and beat the Radiant Guardian Halloween of 2020. So it's following that trend of basically like a steeple and then a challenge, like beat the boss and that, but also 2 normal ones. So yeah, this time they're all in ring 1. So I got the secret elevator over here to access that, and yeah. So let's begin. So we're going to start with the very simple challenge. Reach floor 3 tower for 3 tickets. That is a lot of tickets. So Tower of Rage, you just go to advance, you pretty much know where it is. So yeah, you enter it. Now you just do this. Basically, you just go around like this. But you've probably gotten the floor 3 on this tower. If not, it's very easy, and there's a few skips you can use to even make it easier. So you get this, you just go across, then you go to the side, and then you go across. Also, I'm trying something new with this. I've got a new kind of basically I'm doing something where I'm not using display capture. And let me know if I should keep using display capture or if I should use what I'm using right now. So let me know in the comments to the people who are watching this. Anyways, this skip right here, you just go to the edge, you go on top, and you just kind of keep going until you'll W, preferably just jump and then just go towards it. Just hope you climb, or you just get close and then just go until eventually you climb, which takes a second. It's good. Also, try not to be in shift lock, it increases your chances slightly, or it's just a placebo effect. Anyways, for this, you just go on top, and you get to skip a little more gameplay. You can just jump straight to there. You can use as many skips as you want because you're not trying to beat it. And then for this, you just get on top, jump onto the spinner, and you're pretty much at floor 3. Also, we gotta have that sound. Actually, I'm gonna not have this on, unfortunately. So yeah, once you get on top here, you have completed the challenge Reach floor 3 of Tower Reach, and now you don't need to go there anymore. So that's the first challenge. Also, you're gonna see that there's no cut because you got beat any hard difficulty tower. I'm going for one more ticket. Now you have 2 of them. You have beat Tower of Heck or Tower of Killjoys. Now, if you want a guaranteed chance of beating it, do Tower of Killjoys because you only have to do 5 floors before it's safety nets for the rest of the tower. Or you could do Tower of Heck, which is way shorter. So that's what we're going to do. Also, it's slightly easier. If you go to Tower Completions Ring 1, it's just 0.02 difficulty easier, which gives a lot of a difference. So yeah, let's do Tower of Heck. Go on this, you just got this very iconic gameplay. You go on top, jump to here, wrap around, flick around. So yeah, this is the most iconic gameplay that exists of everything. Also, I do not think I have any videos of these 2. I might have a video on Killjoys, but I don't think so. Yeah, I think I do, but probably should have went with that, but I don't want this being like 27 minutes just to fail and have to redo everything. So also, here's a neat skip. You go to this corner right here, and then you do a far jump, and you kind of turn a little bit, or you just go on the side and then just hope you climb. But yeah, it's a pretty cool skip. Skips like 15 seconds. That's what you probably know about it. Anyways, got simple gameplay. The most iconic of it, as it is the oldest tower game. Also, I forgot to plug in my computer because I have a laptop. Yeah. So, whoa, look at that fail. That was pretty cool. Anyways, I'm not going to be bothered because it takes like 15 seconds to get back. Well, on some of the more experienced runs. Hopefully, my gameplay looks to be, or my game recording isn't lagging. So yeah, there is a slight blur. I do know of that, but I think I found a solution where it's not that bad, but it also minimizes this because display capture lags me a lot. Well, it doesn't lag me too badly. Like I can still do stuff, but it drops my frames noticeably. But this does not drop my frames as bad. It does give frame drops, but like not as badly. Anyways, you might be wondering why I'm quiet because I'm literally doing these as they release. And yeah, it's currently night. So I'm just trying to be a bit more quiet so I don't people up. Well, I mean, I'm not that old. I don't live alone, so this is way too personal. Anyways, we're on floor 4 now, so yeah. You just go on top and then jump over this, go around. It's the most slight readable gameplay. Well, there's a few traps later on, but this is higher quality than some other towers, but I'm not about quality, I'm about completing. Well, also, I'm about to something I've already leaked it, but yeah, I beat a ton of towers. Like, like a couple weeks ago, I was trying to beat Tower of Rough Endoplasm in particular. I beat 4 soul crushing towers, and I'm just getting really good progress on Tower Suffering outside. So yeah, there's a lot of soul crushing completions to get uploaded. Hopefully, I get them uploaded soon. Don't wait like 6 months on like what happened to some towers, especially in Ring 9. Also, getting stuck on them. Also, here's a skip that skips like 2 seconds of gameplay. But I'm also about to show a nice little skip that skips a ton of gameplay, which doesn't skip checkpoint. For this, you just kind of go on like that. You see this stud right there? It's barely visible. You can jump on it and go on top. Also, I don't know what they did. They probably did something with shadows, so it's like non-invisible, unlike some events. But yeah, anyways, you go on top of this, go around, and now you're on floor 6. You go on top of here. Here's a trap. You go on this conveyor, wait, and then immediately start jumping because those are falling platforms. Then you just go on top of this, and then you just keep going through. See, I probably should just be like trying to show the completion because there's been thousands, if not millions of completions, probably thousands though. But there's so many completions of this tower, it's not even funny. And there's so many of them upload YouTube, there's commentaries and whatnot, and yeah. So here's a simple wraparound skip. I'm about to show you another skip. So for this one, you can go right away, but I don't like to do that. I like to wait for those to appear and then just go on top. Now that would be the case, but I kind of fell a little bit. Yeah. Normally what would happen is you'd get enough momentum to actually climb it or enough jump height, but as you can see that didn't happen. Also, I am spending like way too much time. You could be on like floor 8 right now. Speaking of floor 8, there's an outside section of floor 8 which has a skip, which I will not be doing if I can even get back. So since I'm falling way too much, I'll actually beat you back up there. Just to keep things from getting way too boring and repetitive. So yeah, see you whenever I failed. I think I know. Yeah, I know where I failed. Attempt number 2. So you want to get to the corner. Yeah, for this skip, which I actually did this time, you want to get to as close to that corner and then just want to go for as low as possible on this. And that lets you climb it. Now, normally you can do it, but sometimes you can't. So there's also a skip right here. You just jump to that, and then you jump down. So yeah, so I was riddled with skips just because it's literally the oldest tower and has roots that go back to 2016 with evidence. But from what I remember, I could be wrong about because I saw something or something said like, oh, there's evidence on the sound, or I don't know. Yo, this server is very empty, probably because it is. I don't know at the time because like, I could because well, I mean, many people live in every time zone, but yeah, I'm probably mumbling right now and you can't hear me. So my bad. I have the mic AUX at maximum volume. I always do it just to emphasize because I'm using my laptop microphone, which sucks. I don't have an actual microphone. So yeah, it's bad. My old computer probably had a better microphone. I could have used it for like for those kinds of videos, which I can't even do. I didn't do an IRL video 2022. Oh, didn't hear. Anyways, this is what I mean about the skip. You could go there, but you'll likely ragdoll off. What I do is I just go the actual way because it doesn't really do much. Also, just be mindful that you can like get flung, and at that point you're just going into the void. Yeah, you get your first actual kill bricks, and if you want help with not taking damage, just find the Scout X part. part 4, I think. I'll just say, just Google taking no damage JToH or something. Anyways, you gotta skip right here, just far jump, and you're good to go. Now it's floor 9 and 10. Some of the most, well, let me know what the most iconic floor of this tower is. Also, this is something I noticed. The later, like, the ring get, well, specifically the zones, the more forgettable the tower gets, but, like, kind of goes back. Like, you don't remember towers from, like, Ring 4, but you remember some. Remember every tower in Ring, well, Rings 1 and 2 the most. You could see a floor and you could probably recognize it. Probably because it was so early on and into the experience. Also, I'm probably missing if I've skipped some. Also, this is an invisible platform. You have to jump on the kill bricks, which is probably what most of you think. Anyways, let's get back to this. Just go around, just jump at the edge of these, you'll be fine. But probably not trying to take. You probably don't care about taking damage, honestly, as long as you don't die. Like, I'm honestly glad that this got to that, just because you could see your health. Because beforehand, you had to be like, I don't know what health I'm at, but now you can see, oh, I'm at this health, which gives a lot. Also, these are barely visible. Try to have your brightness up. My brightness is not at maximum. Kind of hurts my eyes a little bit. Although I am in a kind of brighter room, it still hurts my eyes when something's this bright. I have like decent. I played Tower of Bloodthirsty Kingdoms for large amounts of time, like multiple hours, and my eyes is not. Anyways, for this, try to align with it, comma or period keys, or if you go to settings, tilde button, go to alignment. So you just align up, and then you look for this, and then jump to it, and then you have this. Then you got some falling platforms, and I'm about to show you a nice little skip. So once you get to about right here, you just jump to the side. For an intentional skip, that skips basically 10. And all you have left is just some simple jumps. Once you pass these one studs, you have just beat the tower because, yeah. And this will unlock the second challenge, which I hope you're able to hear my voice because I am probably mumbling so much right now. So once you get that, you get your challenge, UGG. So yeah, once you're done with that, you gotta go all the way to credits. I change that to graveyard until they're playing for the event. I don't know if that was there when the second teaser, which wow. So we're getting a lot of new people at my channel recently. Yeah, I'm glad you found my channel. And I get to enjoy my content. Yeah. Now it's time for Halloween 2020 Steeple Pumpkin Panic. Anyways, you just go secret elevator, go to Halloween 2020, which this has changed a lot because it had bigger, there's many more events. Anyways, you get to here, and now it's time. And there is a ton of people here already. So yeah, now it's time for the Halloween challenges. Hopefully, now it's time for Beat the Steeple Pumpkin Panic. Also, I kind of gave up on this earlier because I was just whatever. I couldn't do it. So yeah, now I can actually do it. So yeah, now you can actually hear my voice. Anyways, you go inside here. I open the door because I practice. To unlock it, you just go up the stairs and go to the left. You get Steeple of Pumpkin Panic. So yeah, you want to go in, then you want to immediately run to here, try to flick onto that, go here, then go in this. Try to aim for this bottom one as you can save a little seconds, because you want to hit this spinner, and then you want to get kind of towards the center, in the middle, and then you got to wrap around. And sort of try to get towards the edge, and then try to jump onto this, jump on top of the left side, then wrap around, jump on top, go through the X pusher, and do this simple outside. Basically, you want to get towards one of the edges, or else you might hit your head, or else you might hit fall. Then you want to hit around, go here. Try to let this conveyor push you so you can get across in a couple extra seconds. You want about 35 to 40 seconds as well. I mean, it feels a bit lenient just because it also makes sure you hit that. Then you want to wrap around here, wrap around, then push this down. So yeah, it feels like it got nerfed a little bit, the speed. So yeah, for that, you want it to be like kind of a little bit like that, and be mindful of that you have the long jump. Also, be mindful that you'll flat side easy. So copy what I did. Then you want to wrap around, go down here. Try to go at a slight angle so you can walk across, go on top of this, and then just walk at the edge. Just pray you have the right thing. High jump up. Try to jump up and then go across as it's easier. And then you have to jump on top of this. And then just be mindful that you can fail through this. But kind of just hold space and then hope for the best. And then you have to do adjust and once you get the button, you got to wait on one of these. Then you'll see the X pusher push up on the X pusher. Note that it bounces you. And yeah, and then you got to do the simple X pusher thing. Then you go down, go through up. And then you make sure you hit the button with it. And then you jump on the zip line. And you can't let go of it. Don't worry. So once it releases you, then you want to wrap around. Be mindful. Just make sure you go to climb it. So jump up a couple times. Just make sure of that because it can. That and then you just want to go through. Try to take little damage. Then go through here. And then come up. And now you're on floor 3. Then you just got to wrap around. Try to wrap off to this side as it's slightly easier. And then you have to do a simple stick out. Yeah, I feel like the KB Rising got nerfed, but I could be wrong. Then you have a little flat side area, I call it. But just mindful. Just jump directly to the bouncer as you can. And then just kind of wrap around accordingly. But once you're ready, jump off this. Then wait for a force spinner to appear. And then just like force side spinner. And then just keep going over it. And then go on top of that. And then you want to go to the sides. Go here, go on top. Wrap around. And then go across this. Wrap around. Go backwards as it is trusses and you will climb over those. Then you got some wraparounds. Go under through here. Go on this. Wrap around. And then be mindful that the thing spins like that. And yeah. Then you have this. Just go to this edge. Then jump. Make sure to land here. And now you just got to walk across the spinner. Now you have this outside. Try to stay towards in line with this as the kill bricks can't really touch you. But as soon as it starts to open, you want to go through. Make sure you hit this button, then going back. So yeah, just once it starts to open, then walk through. So you want to stay kind of close, but not too close. Be mindful because you can't get flung from it. Now you have this thing. So basically, you want to push it to the left side. And then you want to kind of push it back a little bit later. And then just kind of immediately push the other side. And then you'll get hit. Just do it a few times. Just copy what I did there, except actually go right away. You'll be fine. Anyways, you want to wait for this to be passing just like that. And then just do 2 stickouts, copy what I did there, and you'll be fine. Then you go on top of this, go all the way around, wrap around, go on top of this ladder, flick, and then flick off. That's what I do. And for this, just kind of jump on top of it. It's those weird go-through blocks. Then you do some jumps, go across this conveyor, hit all 3 pumpkins, and then you have this. So you just kind of go across, jump, and then you jump to this, wrap around, jump to this. Be mindful that you kind of have to go a little tight like that. And then you gotta go all the way around, hit this button, and then do some simple jumps. Jump to this, and then quickly get across on this. Go on this middle one to get high up. Try to take a little damage, go around on this. Wait till it goes up, and then jump to it. Then you just go around. And for this thing, you just kind of wrap around things, but you have to push on this last one. And then just go around, try not to take too much damage, but just do your best. Anyways, just go on this, jump on the spinner's not there, just forward jump. Do this conveyor, and then you gotta wrap around, another one, and then go on top, and now you're on the last floor. So you have to do one side wrap around, but be mindful, do it how it did. Then you want to get on top of this, go all the way around, jump far down onto here, go on this ladder, flick up, wrap around, and then just hold W, and then start holding space once you're going off the conveyor, because you have to go on this other one, which is you're barely fast enough. For this, just be mindful of the KB sides as they are collidable. So yeah, once you're done with that, you gotta wrap around onto this, go on top of this ladder thing, go on top of here, jump onto this thing, try not to fall, go on top of this, and if you made it in time, you'll be able to fall into this, and now you have the boss fight, technically floor 6. But be mindful of your health. You got 100 health, be mindful of your health, and try not to fall off. So try to go with the spinner as best as you can. Also, be mindful, because you'll likely die. But this is 2023, so we have the better health bar, which kind of lets you know how much health you have. Which is better than what it was back in 2020 or kind of in the past, because you had to kind of guess what your health is. But yeah, just stay with it, go with the flow, jump a lot. As you see, I took a ton of damage. You want to get to the other side quickly. Try to dodge. I'm at 19 health right now. So just try your best. Once you did exactly what I did there, except, be a little bit more mindful of your health, you'll have one more final thing to do. Get on top of this spinner thing. Go on top of this cross. Then you have this stupid thing. And I guess I died. Oh well. I'll meet you back at the boss fight. It'll probably be a second, but I'll be back there in a little bit. Can't be too long, right? Alright, I'm back. I made it back. Let's see what happens. I'm just gonna show the entire thing anyways. Actually, just be more careful. I'm gonna concentrate more because I kind of just said what to do. Yeah, here's me actually trying. Just try to jump a lot because you'll have a bit more carefully, but try to go on this last second and just dodge the kill brick things, as those is what deal the damage. See, I'm at 95 health, well 90 now. Just try to stay as high as you can because for later. It's kind of like the crystal. You'll probably never need it. Well, I mean, you'll rarely need it, but like you'll just try to hold on to it for as long as you can for that moment that usually never comes. Anyways, at this point, just try to dodge Kubrick things more, as you'll take a ton of damage near this end part. And it's actually the end. And once you fall down, you get your key, and you beat your challenge. So do your GG's. And now it's time for the boss fight. So yeah, you can do the other two steeples, which I won't do because they take a while, so I don't think you need them. They're probably unlocked. But just think this steeple is kind of like a arcane area steeple. It's just darkish. I don't know why they even have it. And then this one's just dark theme. It's got cool puzzles, but it takes a long time. But yeah, anyways, you go up here for the boss fight. Put in your 3 keys, which I've got. I think it's unlocked. Now you got this. Now you can do this with multiple people. You can do this with 15, 2, 5, 10, or 1. Now I'm going to do this by myself because I kind of want to show the single player version. And yeah, now it's time to show the boss, which I have to watch a guide for real quick so I can commentate on it. So yeah, see you for the boss. So apparently the boss fight is unlocked from what I know, which means you have to beat the Steeple of Realm Odyssey, I think, and Steeple of Midnight Fortress. So I will not be putting like the commentary on those because that's kind of not what the thing asked for, even though I should. But I don't know, I'm kind of lazy and I want this out quickly, unlike what happened last week. And yeah, I will put a description to guides for those two steeples and a guide for the solo version on the boss fight, just to give like a bit more help. So yeah, now it's time to actually get to the boss fight. Alright, now it's time for the boss. Now I was gonna initially show it for 1, but it wasn't working. I was trying to get, so we're just waiting here now. With a ton of people, I know exactly how like every attack works because I watched it. For yeah, tempted the link in the description. I might. So now we just wait, and then now we go. So I can't move. And now we join. So Cemetery of the Accured. So what you do is we walk all the way here, and then we go in. So it's got a ton of health. So basically what you have to do is you have to dodge these multiple attacks. And when you see these like arrow things, when you see those, just try to dodge them as best you can. You might get flung a little bit, but just try to dodge those best you can. Just focus as much as you can on it. Just focus, as this boss is rather difficult. When you see that moving, just try to jump immediately afterwards. And yeah, there's a specific attack that you need to wait to be able to unlock it, where these swords come up off the ground. That's where you can get arrows, which then you can use your crossbow with to attack. So yeah, I'm not going to say much about that. Just try to dodge these. This is the attack you're looking for. Just look for as many arrows as you can, which there are none. I'll be surprised. So since it came back, you just look around for arrows, which are non-existent. So yeah, some people have gotten arrows, some people haven't. It's just, you just gotta find arrows and hope for the best. You'll notice they look different from the swords. They're slightly lighter colored. Well, they're very lighter colored, which makes it more possible. So yeah, just keep dodging. Try not to die, because if you die, you'll go into that cage. And it might take a while to get back in. And if everybody dies, you'll lose. This is for multiplayer. For single player, you're by yourself and there's a initial attack. So when you see this, just try not to get flung. Getting flung is bad because it can go very south very quickly. Just look for arrows. I haven't seen any. But yeah, you'll know when you see arrows. And unfortunately, I have died. So this is kind of just not so good, but as you can see, I think once the boss gets like hit or something, or after enough time, people get set back. So yeah, just kind of look around. Just dodge as best you can. Now I have less focus because I'm trying to focus on this and commentating on it, which is kind of. Oh yeah, so it takes a while. Just don't mind this. It's waiting. You can try to escape by doing like by that, but I don't think laugh clip works anymore. You can try, but that's kind of just gonna happen. So you just have to wait, hope for the best, hope nobody dies. Look for the arrows. As you see, they look slightly different, but you'll notice it. So yeah, there's certain attacks when you see that chase, you just try to jump over the boss. If you see those, just dodge those. And eventually later there comes swords and stuff. Just try to dodge best as you can. Also, there's obviously you kind of want to stay towards the center area because that's where you'll likely find them. But towards the swords, you want to stay towards the edge. So you kind of want to be in like a middle ring towards everything. But be ready to be prepared to go towards center because when Abby shows up, you gotta find that. Just be mindful of that. So yeah, it's just waiting game. Just try not to die. Because if you die, as I said, you'll be sent to this prison on multiple players. If it's just you, you'll be sent back. At the beginning, there's this boss. Basically, it's this headless head row. Basically, you gotta kill with the sword, but on a certain attack. When it does have a shield, basically, it's huddled down over and has like a little dark particles, I think. I will show an actual guide this into the description below. I gotta be right. Well, I guess not. I had to I had to go do something, but yeah. It's called annoying pets. I have a cat that's very annoying, and it wants to be very annoying right now. So let's try for the best. Arrows, arrows, arrows. I see an arrow. Did not get it in time. I see one. No. So yeah, this is just right now. I'm gonna try to focus on surviving as much as possible, and yeah, just try to dodge as best as you can. Just jump. You can. Just aim for weight on everything, and yeah, since there's so many people, you'll likely survive. It becomes more common with more people to survive as there's more people. Look, I finally got arrows. Now we can actually attack. Yeah, they're gray colored, very, very similar color, but different. All right, so yeah, just try to attack multiple times. And also, when there's more people, there's higher health, which raises it a ton. So when you see, we'll just dodge everything as best you can, just kind of like this. And yeah, don't mind me having to do this, just whatever. Yeah, I think those purple things are outbreaks. Yeah. As you see, it's already down to 33,000 health, which means it'd be down a lot more. Just try to get arrows. Just aim for arrows on those. Try to survive as well, but when you see these, just look around for gray things. There's tons over there, which I don't think I got one, but not enough. So yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not on mute here. So yeah, just get arrows in for them. When you see these swords, just try to dodge best you can. Try to stay towards the very edge on these corners. And since the Navi's now appearing because of that, I guess not. So yeah, that just means the third phase is activated, which can actually access the obby now. And since there's so many people, the boss can easily get completed. So yeah, fun fact, back in 2022 or last year, the boss was broken, so it was very buffed, making it almost impossible, if not impossible, to complete. So yeah, I really don't have much to say. Just try to jump over these. Just aim best you can. If you're low, focus on healing, because healing is the most important thing you can do. Okay? Healing is the most important thing possible. Okay? Just know that. If you are low, focus on healing. Okay? Just that's the biggest thing you can do. See, I'm very low on health right now, so I'm gonna try to heal up. Okay, I'm getting arrows. I'm doing everything. My cat is being very annoying right now. Sorry about that. There's not much I can do about that other than just, I don't know, hope for the best. So yeah. Oh my gosh, I died. So yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I was able to. So this is one of the obbies talk about. Just try to stay towards the center area and just complete the obby time limit. It does rise, but not too bad. You just need people to survive. Have people survive because that's the most important thing possible. So this is multiplayer. I'm trying to do it like whatever. Yeah, it always rises until you make it. So yeah, it's down to 16,000 health, which yeah. If you're doing this solo, there's a secondary post. I will link a guide in the description, just make things a little bit easier. So I'm here with one other person. But this is literally my first time doing this, so yeah. Very new to this. Well, I mean, I've tried this in the past when it was literally impossible. For these swords, just you have to be mindful. You gotta stay towards the center, but also stay towards the wall because of these swords. Because on this attack, the center is as basically deadly as possible. But when you stay towards these corners, it's very easy to dodge, as you can just go to the side like that. So yeah. A better guide for this would actually be a text commentary because the person can actually focus onto it and then just edit in the text. But for this, you actually gotta be like, all right, you gotta do this and that, and yeah. So just be very mindful. Since I got no arrows, you just gotta wait for one of these attacks to pop up. Look for some arrows. And I had a ton of arrows before, so but I got one now. So if you can get really lucky and that attack appear multiple times, that happens, you're lucky. You'll have a very more luck-based round. And yeah, just about surviving. So I highly recommend doing like boss fights like these just outside of JToH in general because you'll get much better with them. And for the boss fights as a also just practice makes perfect. As the Halloween 2022 boss fight was really difficult. It took me a long time to get that. It only took me a couple days, but I was playing a lot trying to get it done. But this is not that. We'll probably have to do it next week though for those challenges, which will be very fun because that challenge sucks. It's also single player too. As most boss fights can't be done like not in single player. Okay. Just gotta focus on surviving this, and I did that. Because the server's so big and people who actually can do a boss fight, we're actually gonna do this. So this is probably the worst commentary possible on this, just because of. But who knows? If you're watching this, I hope this is useful to at least somebody out there. Ooh, maybe that was me. I don't know. Yeah, try to stay in the center towards the back. Just be mindful. I have one arrow, so I kind of don't want to waste it. I don't know if I got a hit or not. Yeah, I don't have any arrows right now, so I can't really hit. We got to get out of the center. Just like that. If you're doing this solo, I wish you the best of luck. There's a beginning boss fight, which is in the description. I'll show which is a solo one, just to show much. But yeah, the more people there is, the more health there is. Just be mindful of that. Also, you can have multiple, like, you can have the two kinds of sword attacks at once. Just jump and hope for the best. There's not much you can do. Yeah, it looks like one of the obbies coming up because of that. Now, I might not be able to make it because I am as far away as possible from it. I'll try my best. But yeah, there is pretty much no doubt. Oh, no, yeah, actually, yeah, this obby just kind of headed you up. You wrap around, go on top of this, jump here, go on this, go on top, stick out around, jump on top, wrap around, jump up, kind of like this, wrap around, jump on top of this cylinder, kind of go up around like this, reach the top, hit the top, and go on top. Also, everybody who's alive has to make it. And yeah, people are using this to rest, whatever, but make sure you're hiding it. Spam your tab key, because spamming tab key actually helps a lot. And yeah, there's another type of obby, which is, I believe, to be shown in the guide I'm showing, that I'm gonna show anyways. So yeah. Get as many arrows as you can for this. Just pray you have enough. Shade. Oh shoot, I actually got it. There's no way I actually got that. That was probably somebody else. I'm sucking. A lot of people are dead right now. This is not good. Yo, a double arrow. That's actually the best thing you could get, just because you can get so many arrows from. And yeah, now it's down to 1,000 health. And try not to die. And there it goes. I actually got the killing hit. There's no way it's still alive. I literally killed it. Oh no, the shade has to get killed. I'm gonna die. No. I'm at like 5 HP. There it goes. You have completed the challenge. So yeah, try the best with that. Hope for the best. And yeah. That's pretty much all there is. So yeah, I beat it with a ton of people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe even more. And yeah. And yeah, this is what happens when you beat it. You can follow this or you can just leave because you got the weekly challenge. So yeah. A bit more difficult, and it looks like some of the things are broken because I tried to do it with like the one player and it was not working. Be mindful of that. It might get fixed in the future, but yeah. Not much to say about that. Hopefully, yeah, alright, my mic's on. I was scared it wasn't going to be on for a second. You got all these, rest in peace right here. Ghost, first Santa Claus, Shrek. You after seeing the perfections on this, Joe, Dark Law, the Nuclear Throne, Quirrell. Got all these gravestones, Bowser, SCP-106, Orphan of Coast, grave to the right of this, Janitor from Hell, Sandrindle, and Orphan of Coast. And yeah, people are already leaving. There's many more gravestones over here. Moonlord, Grim, cow that kept on screaming. These. That's the one you have to hit the other Dark Laws. Once you click that, you were done now. If this was Halloween 2020, you would get an item for this and badges and plenty of other stuff, but I wasn't skilled enough to even be. I technically was skilled enough, but I couldn't even beat Steeple of Pumpkin Panic, so yeah. Spread Cranberry. Got many other guns, just trying to show them. The Pacific Ocean. This coffin's still too small. I'm in the giant. So yeah, that's that. Hope this is some way I have a guy in this. I have like an actual guide for the stolen one in the description just to help. So yeah, I will see you next time with it. We're gonna wait for the teleportation because I want this to work. Just have to click a ton and you'll be sent to the main ring select, which then you can use, which isn't in Halloween effect yet, but can join in. And voila. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is. Hopefully this is useful. As I said a billion times. Then you get the only area to have a Halloween thing so far, even though they've had time. So hopefully there's an actual Halloween event this year and Christmas. But let's see. So yeah, after repeating myself for the 500 billionth time, yeah, that's all of them. Gives 7 plus 21, gives you 20 tickets. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is.